All right, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through. First Monday of October. We got 59 days until the end of November. Can you believe it? That's how much time we got left. And then it's Christmas, which you know is like a desert. Like nobody does anything over December. So we got 59 days really left of this year, and we're all over. But thank you for coming through this evening. Folks, tonight we are sitting in the halls of DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. Everything that is about DuePoint is online. You will find everything you need to know and everything you want to know online with us. So just jump on the website, go and look us up. We were first founded in 1952. We're nearly 7 decades old. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number if you want to look us up on the website. You can also take some time afterwards, go and look at all of our certificates and associations on the wall next to the front door. You're not dealing with a startup here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are dealing with an insurance company that's been part of the financial services space for most of its history this evening. Now, I also want you to be absolutely comfortable with the team. The team is here to support you in what we do at DuePoint, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. This is what we're here for. So we want you to have absolute confidence and trust in the team and in what we do here. We've obviously been all selected for our skill sets, but the most important thing about the team at DuePoint is that we're right here. This is a homegrown South African company. And you will always find us in these walls 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. You will be able to find us. You don't have to Skype us off to some prison in Russia. You don't have to find us in America or China or Australia. You're going to find us right here whenever you need us. Now, we do have the requisite skills, though. There's me in the corner over there, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here. I've spent 20 years in the industry. I'm a chartered accountant, all of those bits and bobs. We've got Tim. Tim's a banking guy. He's been in the banking industry for 15 years, worked directly for the CEO of First Rand Group. That's for FNB, R&B. You know those guys. And we've got Stacey. Stacey worked for Deloitte, thank goodness, not KPMG. She spent many, many years there, both locally and overseas. She's our auditing specialist. Then we've got Jane. Jane brings her direct selling skills and experience to us from overseas. She spent most of her life in the UK and has spent the last decade here in South Africa. Brings tremendous international standard to us. And then we've got Rob. Rob ran his own digital design firm for 20 years called Wired, specialized in the financial services space. Now he works for us as part of the team here, and everything that you see, feel, and touch has been designed by him. So like I said, we've got the team, we've got the skills, we're right here, and we're here to support you in what we do at DuePoint. Now, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, at DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen, we have two objectives, but our primary one, the one that we're the most passionate about, the one the entire business has been built around, is our desire to put in the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to control the generation of their own stable, reliable, and recurring income. Now, in the economy that we live in today, you all know it, you're living in it, you feel it every day, you have no control. No control, firstly, over your income. Someone else is controlling that. If you're full-time employed, you know. Somebody tells you how much you're going to earn. When you arrived there, you didn't arrive at your job and go, this is how much I'd like to earn, thank you very much. You got there and they said, for this position, this is the pay. And then every year they tell you what your increase is going to be. Hey, 3%, 6%, 10% if you're extremely lucky. But we sit on the sidelines of an economy that has got runaway expenditure and runaway shrinkage. What do I mean by that? The economy gets smaller every year. We've got about 30,000 people a month becoming unemployed at the moment in South Africa. So if you've got a full-time job, that's great, that's awesome, but you don't know it yet, but you're in the queue to unemployment. That's what's happening in South Africa. Every month you get 30,000 people closer to unemployment. You're in the queue somewhere. It's going to happen to you if our economy continues to shrink. And we have no control over that. We have no control over that, and we have no control over the cost of living in South Africa. You know right now the prices are increasing faster than your rate of earnings. The 3% they give you every year, the 6% they give you, that's not keeping up with the costs in your house. We know this. The stats are telling us the average household costs 7,500 Rand a month to feed. But you guys, well I say you guys, the average person in South Africa is earning 4,500 Rand a month. Who fills the gap? Who fills the gap in your life? Who fills the gap between what you're earning and what you need to survive? Not only survive, what you need to just live a decent life. Who fills it? Well, at the moment, the guy who fills it is this guy. He's called debt. That's what we do in South Africa. I don't have to sing a story about this. This is our number one tool of survival in South Africa. That's our number one tool. The day you get your first job is the day you get your first loan. Rob talks about the story where he got his first car on the first day he got his first paycheck. He went into the bank and said, here's a paycheck, give me a loan. I want a car. That's what we do. If I opened up any of your wallets here tonight, I'll bet you I could find True's accounts, Ackerman's accounts, Edgar's accounts, Willie's accounts, Telcom accounts. I could find all of that. That's what we do to survive. It's what we do to survive. And it just poisons our own personal economy. That's what it just makes the situation worse. Now, our hope is that if we can give you a tool, and we can put it in your hands, and you can control the outcome of the income, and it's regular and reliable and stable, you can replace this guy with income that you've generated. You can bridge the gap yourself. You can bridge the gap between what you're earning, nobody's ever going to ask you to quit your job here, and what you need to survive. You fill the gap with that. And if you can do that, we start eliminating these sorts of problems in the South African context and economy. The second objective that we have here at DuePoint is that we're creating a system where we connect our customers directly to the heart of us on a real-time basis. We want to be in contact with you. We want to have communication with you. We want to be able to educate you and assist you and teach you and train you and change all the things you know about the financial services market by connecting you to us on a 24-hour basis. No, gone are the days of you having to wait until 8 o'clock in the morning to connect with your insurance company or find your broker or book an appointment. We want that real connection with you. Now, with those two objectives put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is very simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer, someone who's going to go out and engineer their own wealth. Now, there's one task that you have to do as a wealth engineer, just one. And that is the task of connecting people to us, DuePoint. There's no selling, there's no advertising or marketing, and there's no presenting in what you have to do. You have one task, just connect individuals to us. By connecting individuals to us, you create for us market penetration. You penetrate the South African economy for us. And we then can come along as DuePoint and facilitate the purchase of our products throughout all of these connections that you have made for us. And that creates for us revenue. And where it creates revenue for us, it creates that extra income that I've been talking about. Now, it's not here today, gone tomorrow income. That's what we've always heard. I always get so frustrated when I hear someone say, yeah, I used to do that. I used to earn. I used to. It's always used to. We don't want to create that at DuePoint. Our objective at DuePoint is to create a starting point that has no finish for you. You work it through to your last breath. That's what we're trying to achieve here. So we want recurring, reliable, stable, confident income coming in and through to those that work with us as wealth engineers. So here we don't sell things. We don't sell things. You're not going to be buying milkshakes and potions and creams and virtual currency and all those sorts of things that are here today and gone tomorrow. They're the things where you've got to buy it and sell it. We don't do that here. There's no buying and selling. Here, we use financial services and lifestyle products that run on automated debit order systems. Every month, no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances of that month, those debit orders raise. And when they're raised and they're paid, your income comes in reliably and stably. That is our cornerstone, our foundation piece to the system that we've created. We then put another layer on top of that, and that's the layer to allow you to go beyond just bridging the gap. Right now, everybody's trying to survive. We want to change that context in South Africa. In South Africa, for 200 years, it's been survival mode. We want to take people now and get them dreaming again. We want a little bit of aspiration. We cannot be great as a nation until our people start aspiring to greatness again. And so what we've done is we've allowed in our system the ability for you to utilize others in building your success. Like your boss does, you. He's got you hired in his business. You work and contribute towards his profit. We want to create that kind of system for you where you've got others working towards your success. We call it duplication. It is your ability to leverage others in your success. And I'm going to show you how that works through the course of this presentation. What's important to note, though, folks, is that you are not employees here. Because if you were employees here, you wouldn't be in control. That's the position you're in at your jobs right now. You're not in control. Here, you are completely independent of us. This is a tool. We're going to put the tool in your hands, and you're going to run with it. You're going to, not me. I'm never going to call you. We don't have staff meetings where I call you in. We don't have production meetings. No, it's yours. If you never do anything with it, you're never going to hear from me again. That's completely up to you. If you do fantastically with it, I'll bet you I will call you and work with you to help you carry on doing fantastically with it. But it's your tool. What we don't want is people running out and advertising jobs at DuePoint. Go, if you're unemployed and need a job, come to DuePoint. No, that's not what we do here. We don't hand jobs out here. We hand out a tool. That's what we do. Now, folks, there is absolutely no risk in becoming a wealth engineer at DuePoint. None at all. There is no startup cost. There's no starter kit you have to buy. There's no monthly fee, admin fee, sales fee, marketing fees, none of that. There's no cost of application forms. There is zero premium in being a wealth engineer at DuePoint. By being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There's no additional cost in the process of being a wealth engineer. So this evening, if you become a wealth engineer, no money will part from your hands. And tomorrow morning, if you choose never to do anything with this tool, it's fine. You will have lost nothing in the process. It's zero risk. But you are creating a real asset here. So do not underplay the value of what we've done. Because we've created a system that actually creates recurring income, not this buy, sell, hope for someone to buy kind of thing, recurring stable income. Because we've done that, we've now given you the tools to price your channel that you create for us. When you can price it, you can sell it. You can hand it over to someone else. When you pass away, it'll be handed over to your children. And the income and the channel of distribution you've created for us over your life will be given to them, and they will live off of and earn the income that you've created. How much better is that than the debt that we currently hand over to our children, than the jobs that end the moment we end, and there's nothing left for our children? This is the kind of legacy that we want to create here. This is not a single generation business that we're running at DuePoint. We are trying our best to build a multi-generational business here at DuePoint, where your channels are handed over and over generation to generation with us. Folks, everyone is able to do this. You are not in the financial service space here when you become a wealth engineer. You're not brokers, you're not representatives, you're not agents, intermediaries, marketers. You are none of these things. And so everyone can become a wealth engineer at DuePoint. This system that we have created, we have tried from the ground up to not only tackle the normal stigmas around direct selling and eliminate them, but to create a system that is completely convenient to you. Completely. You never have to leave your house in some senses. You never have to be further than a few inches away from your phone in our system to be fully connected with the DuePoint system and able to build your channels. We have tried to create a system where you play no part in the sales transaction at all. You never have to sell. What a wonderful freedom. That's the thing everybody's always afraid of. I don't want to go and sell to my friends. I'll be embarrassed. They'll mock me. There's no selling. You don't have to learn about the products. The second thing is you never have to present in our system. I said in the beginning, no presenting. Only Rob and I present out of DuePoint. Everything else has been done for you in this system. So how do you connect people to DuePoint? Well, there's 4 ways that you connect people to DuePoint. The first way is you go to our information counter afterwards and you buy one of our USB sticks. It's 150 Rand. It's got our presentations on. You can plug it into your TV or your computer, and there we are doing the presentation for you. If you're not here, you're watching us live, guys, just order it at info@dewpoint.net. The second way that you connect people to DuePoint is if you're in Gauteng, you can bring people here. Monday through Saturday we present. We record our live presentation every day, and you can be part of our audience from Monday to Saturday. Night times, lunch times, mornings. We cater for all time slots. You're always going to find a slot where you can bring your acquaintances and your friends and your family here to connect them to us, and we do the full presentation for you. And then the third way, the most important way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is where everything about DuePoint exists. Every single one of our presentations ever has been recorded and is on that YouTube channel. This one that we're doing right now will be on YouTube after this presentation tonight, which means that 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, no matter what you're doing, you click a button and there we are presenting the DuePoint opportunity. You never have to convince people. You never have to sell to people. You never have to do anything other than click the play button on the video, and we do the work for you. That's a very important one, guys. One of the costs of doing DuePoint is data. You're going to have to change your budgets. You're going to have to allocate 500 Rand a month to data. This is something that you'll have to do because of the value that you will build through the tools that we have for yourself in recurring, stable income that should far exceed that 500 Rand if you apply yourself properly to it. Then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint, there's only 4 ways, remember. The fourth way is through our live presentations. As I said to you, 6 days a week we go live. We film our presentation for the day, and wherever you are, whether you're at home, lying in the bath with your iPad, whether you're at work, whether you're at a coffee shop or a church, as long as you've got a screen and an internet connection, you can watch us live out of here with your acquaintances. Bring all your work colleagues around the PC at lunch hour, and Wednesdays and Fridays, 12:15, we're live in full color HD surround sound, as if we're right there with you doing the presentation. That's all you got. To connect people, all you need to know how to do is push the play button. Okay, so if you find at any point during this presentation that you think that this is a tough business, remember, just push the play button. That's all you've got to do for us. None of the things you might have had to do before you have to do in the DuePoint system other than know how to push play. Now, as you do that, as you connect individuals to us here at DuePoint, some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're doing. They will. They'll see what we're going to do. You're going to see it by the end of this presentation. And they're going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk are out, they'll do exactly the same thing. They'll connect people to DuePoint. Some will become wealth engineers, and again, we will allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over and again over time until you've got people all over the place connecting individuals to DuePoint and growing your channel even as you sleep. Every night, we have wealth engineers joining DuePoint between 12 and 6 in the morning. I don't know what they're doing, but they're joining up and becoming wealth engineers. This is a business that runs 24 hours a day for you. Now we, as DuePoint, come along then. We do it. And we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel. And your income is born. Now what's very important for you to note is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Like I said to you at the beginning, we're a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. There's 150 pieces of regulation that govern us, 8 regulators that are constantly reviewing us. We have a quarterly review from the Financial Services Board. We didn't slip this past them. This is the real deal here. Now, the thing with real deals, the thing with genuine, is that you're never going to get rich overnight. Think about your careers. Think about starting your own business. If any of you started your business, you wouldn't expect to be rich tomorrow. No, you have to work for it. The cost of success at DuePoint is time. It's not money. We worked as hard as we could to eliminate cost out of this. There's no financial cost. The price you're going to pay is time. Time, energy, persistence, thought, determination. That's what you're going to pay in order to succeed at DuePoint. Now, there's 2 ways that we reward you when you do those things. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel makes a payment, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, you run out, you talk to a couple of your friends. And a couple of your friends say, hey, I want to become a wealth engineer. They do, they pay for their product. When they do, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product, every month that it's paid. Remember, these are financial services. You pay every month. You don't pay once off. That's every month you pay. You get 55 Rand per product that is paid on your first point in your channel. This is real money. This is not 1990s numbers. This is not 1 Rand 50, 5 Rand 50, 12 Rand 26. This is real money. These folk are out, they chat to a few people. Some of them become wealth engineers over a little bit of time. They make their product payments, and again, you get R27.50 times by 200%, 55 Rand. 55. Look here, you've been here in this particular example for 5 minutes. 5 minutes of effort, handful of people, and you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. Now, it hasn't changed your life. You're not going out and buying Bentleys and yachts and things, but you can feel it. In the DuePoint system, we want you to feel it as quickly as possible. It is remarkable how quickly those who put their minds to it get to 1,000 Rand in DuePoint. Some within days. Some within days. It just depends on how much time and effort you're willing to put in. Now, of course, as your channel continues to grow outwards, you earn on a diminishing basis because you have less and less influence over these people that are joining your channel. However, there's no limit to how big a channel you can earn on in the DuePoint system. From the 8th point onwards, you'll always get 4% of R27.50 where you qualify to earn. How do you qualify to earn? Go and watch our training video. It's a short 6-minute video. It explains everything to you, the entire system, in 6 minutes. Okay? Very complicated system here. Very. Folks, you can earn to the 25th point. You can earn to the 50th point. You can hand your channel over to your children and they can grow to the 100th point. And they'll all earn from the 8th point onwards at 4% of R27.50 for every product payment that's made every month, as long as they qualify to earn. Now, what does this translate to practically? People always ask me that question. Well, Brendan, I want 10,000 Rand. What do I need? How many people do I need for 10,000 Rand? Well, the answer is I have no idea. Every single one of you is going to grow your channels differently. Every single one of you is going to grow at a different rate. Every single one of you will have different circumstances and variables in your channels, which means that every single one of you is going to earn something differently. Many of you are going to earn nothing. That's not because we did anything to stop you. It's because you're going to do nothing with the tool. You're going to run home. You're going to get very excited. You're going to talk to your mom and dad. Dad, you're not going to believe what I saw tonight. This is so exciting. You should hear it. You'll give them the 30-second version of the hour I've given you tonight completely incorrectly, and they'll laugh you off, and you'll be so discouraged that you'll never do anything again with DuePoint. Now, folks, this is where the determination and the persistence comes in. You are going to be terrible at connecting people to DuePoint for about a year. Can you handle being bad at something for a year to be good at it for the rest of your life? Okay, now we're bad at this in South Africa. We are very bad. We have no self-discipline in South Africa. I often ask this question in the audience. I'm going to ask you too. Have you ever committed to something outside of your work for longer than a year? So let's think about some examples. Have any of you gone, I'm going to go to the gym, and then smashed like 2 years? 2 years straight, never missed a session? No? Any of you ever gone, I'm going to take up painting? And then you sat down and for like 2 years you painted until you were an expert? No. Generally we're very poor at this. The only reason we're good at work is because we're forced to go to work every day. Now, the thing with DuePoint is it's going to be a decision that says, I can change my future forever with this tool. But am I willing to practice? Am I willing to put the time in? Yes, your mom and dad are going to say, no, that's a principal issue. They would have said no to anything you would have done. All right? Some of your friends will laugh at you. But there will be many out there who go, I need something. And there are 10.3 million unemployed people and 30,000 a month becoming unemployed at the moment. They go, I need to change my future. Push the play button. Push the play button. Let me see what's going on here. If you can do that, well, then the sky's the limit for you. Now, in order to give you some kind of milestones on this journey that you're going to walk in, we took 2 decades of data, we did a whole lot of mathematics, and we came up with what we think is a conservative and reasonable growth rate formula. We had to have some kind of growth rate, otherwise we wouldn't know what you're doing. We called it the 3+2 growth rate formula. It says in your first month with us, you have to put just 3 people on your first point. Just 3. In an entire month, you are responsible for 3 people. Okay? We think that that's reasonable and conservative. I've been to meetings where people say you just need to commit 8 hours a week. 8 hours a week? I don't have 8 hours a week. Okay? 3 people a month is about 2 hours in an entire month that you have to do. Then every month thereafter, you've got to put 2 people in. You personally, on your first point. 2 people. 1 every 2 weeks. This is not a big ask, guys. Very reasonable, but you've got to be persistent and consistent. Over Christmas, over New Year, over birthday, over Easter, you're always putting your 2 people in every single month. If you can do 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 like that, and you work with your guys, and we put lapses and cancellations in and people not doing 3 plus 2, we reckon after 6 months you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand, it's not changed your life, but it is an extra 30,000 Rand a year that you've added to your household. Remember, you haven't quit your jobs. No. This is every month you get your salary, the ping of the debit order on your phone, and then another ping with 2,500 Rand in it. Stably, every month. You don't have to run back to your friends and beg them to buy the potion again. It just runs every month. But every month you're there adding 2 people. If you can do that for another 6 months, if you can push through to 12 months, now that's the really persistent amongst you, we reckon you'll be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. And we think that's quite reasonable. We don't think that that's flamboyant. We think that's quite conservative. 10 extra 1,000 Rand a month every month from that point forwards. 120,000 Rand a year. Think about your income right now. Add 10,000 Rand a month to it. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? That's what it feels like. What does an extra 10,000 Rand a month do? How many problems do you cross off the list for 10,000 Rand a month? Now, if you can push through to 2 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand. Now, this is not unrealistic. 2 years is not a long time. Any one of you could commit to this for 2 years. Okay? 2 years, 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 a year. 600,000 Rand in 3 years' time. That's 2020, guys. 2020, October 2020. 50,000 Rand a month. You might have quit your job by now, but maybe you're not. Maybe you just like showing off at that stage. 600,000. If you can do 4 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 Rand a year. If you can do 5 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. You've done it in half a decade. You've had to be persistent. You've had to be consistent. You've had to have a thick skin when people have laughed at you and pushed you away and unfriended you on Facebook and blocked you on WhatsApp. But if you can do it for 5 years, it's worth R1 million a year to you. R1 million a year. Now, this is not guaranteed. No. You could work slower. You could work faster. You could also do nothing. And 5 years from now, you'll be earning nothing. This is going to be a decision you make with this tool. You're going to make the decision not us. Some people think that this is too slow. Well, this is realistic. Make it faster. If you want it to be faster, make it faster. We think these are realistic milestones. Some people think it's just advertising. This is just rubbish. Nobody's ever going to earn this much. Well, we've really got people earning this much and more, which is quite exciting at DuePoint, that we've got it already. The maths has already been proven. But every month we take a handful of new people. It's always new faces every month from around the country. People who are actually applying themselves. Yeah, sure. There's lots of people who didn't do anything with DuePoint. But we pick the people who are applying themselves and we show you what they're doing. So we've got Sifiso. He joined us 5 months ago. And in 5 months, he's built a channel worth 9,000 Rand a month. Now, I said it would take 6 months to 2,500 Rand a month and a year to 9,000 to 10,000 Rand. I still stand by those goals. I think that they're reasonable for most people. Sifiso's got a full-time job, does this after hours. And in 5 months, he's built a channel worth 9,000 extra Rand a month. All right. Then we've got Reinhold and Rambi. Reinhold's here tonight. Okay. Joined us 5 months ago. In that time, they've built a channel worth 9,500 Rand a month. 5 months. Is 9,500 Rand worth scoffing at? None of you looks very impressed with that this evening. 9 grand. I earn 9 grand in the morning. No. You're all looking at me like, nah. All right, well, what about this chap and his wife? All right, well, they joined us 20 months ago. Oh, it's like joining the gym and going for 20 months. Can you join the gym and do 20 months at the gym? If you can, and you persist, and you get through the hardships of doing the business of clicking play, well, you could be potentially like them. Maybe not, but potentially like them. 34,000 Rand a month. 400,000 Rand a year. I said it would take 2 years to get to 27 to 30,000. 20 months. They got 4 months to go still. And then 34,000. Okay. That was a pretty good month over there. One of our other rank 10 said to me the day that she went rank 10, she said, "You sure you're going to find space in my bank account for all the money? You're going to have to make space in my bank account." Folks, this is a tool. You're going to choose what you want to do with this tool. And as I said to you, 80% of you are going to do nothing with the tool. 20% of you will put your heads down and go for it. There's nothing I can do to stop that or change that. It's totally up to you. Go to our YouTube channel. We must have 70 testimonies of just the people that we've selected on a monthly basis to show you. We've got hundreds and hundreds of people earning. But on the YouTube channel, you can go and hear their testimonies. How they use it. Some people are earning 700 Rand a month. That's it. 700 Rand a month. That's all they're getting. Other people are earning 3,000 Rand a month. Other people are earning 68,000 Rand a month. And others more. They're all there. Go and have a look and see what people have done and decide for yourself whether it's worth it. Yeah, it's going to take effort and time, but is it worth it? That's the first way you earn with the DuePoint system. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. So many people don't join this business because they say, "I don't know how to do it." When I say this business, this industry. They don't join this. "I don't know how to do this industry, so I'm not joining." Well, the beautiful thing about our XP Rewards program is that we teach you. We teach you from beginner right through to expert. Step by step, we hold your hands. Remember I told you the team that's here? The team trains you. We train you. We sit with you. We'll sit with your teams. No charge to you. And we'll train you and teach you and goal set and strategize with you. And as you complete the steps in the training program, we give you XP points, experience points. They're not worth anything. They're simply a measure of how experienced you are here at DuePoint as a wealth engineer. And as you become more experienced, naturally your channel starts growing. And where you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we rank you up and we reward you. In the beginning, we reward you with a bit of cash. Everybody needs the cash in the beginning to get going. Cover the costs, get out there, start building channels. Then as you get a bit more experience and your channel gets a bit bigger, well then, so does the cash. And then we start to give you tools. We reward you with tools that we know will accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5 in our training program, you get your very own imported lightning memory stick. Plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, full of our downloads, testimonies, tools, presentations, everything you need, so that you can connect someone to DuePoint anywhere, anytime. Rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards, gold gilded, gold printed, custom made for you worth 12,500 Rand. 12,500 Rand. You can go find these guys. They're here around. Go and ask them to see what a 12,500 Rand business card looks like. They'll let you see it. They won't let you touch it. But you can see it. And when you hand that to people, they're going to want to know what DuePoint is and what you do for them. It's a great and powerful tool. You can see a set in our glass cabinet as well. Folks, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, we take you and your family every year away for a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Now, rank 9s are far away from most of you. You guys are rank 0. 9 is far from 0. But no one is precluded from getting there. There's no competitions here. There's no winners. There's no prizes. I hate it when I see people talking about prizes, DuePoint prizes. There's no prizes. Everything is earned at DuePoint, everything. And the criteria is the same for everybody. It comes down to personal decision making. Are you willing to personally sacrifice time and energy in order to change your future? That's a decision only you can make. But every rank 9 goes away with us. Not once, every year that they maintain their channel size. So we're going in December this year. Very unlikely you're going to make it. You can prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong. I'm happy for you to prove me wrong. And maybe somebody will. But the beautiful thing about this business is it's an accumulating business. You don't start at 0 in January. No. Whatever you do between now and the 31st of December is what you start on in January next year, and you are that much closer to rank 9 for next year when we go again. And if you miss it next year, it doesn't matter. You would have had a year and, say, 100 days of growth that puts you in your starting position for the next year towards rank 9. You will ultimately make it to rank 9 if you put your head down and stay consistent and keep working. That's what happens. And when you do, this is where you come with us.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Alrighty, so it's better than the caravan parks, better than Aventura Bloemfontein. It looks like we should have a good trip. We got 2 business class flights full of people coming with us this year. We're going over New Year's Eve. We're not going to some nonsense place, and nonsense time of the year. It's over New Year's Eve. These people are going to lie on the beach and watch the fireworks from the beach in Mauritius. Has it been hard work? You betcha they've had to work hard and long at it. But about every 2 months now, we've got someone going rank 9. in DuePoint. There are tens of thousands of people working in DuePoint right now. Every 2 months, someone goes rank 9. And they're coming. We're filling up planes that are coming with us on these trips. Are you joining us or are you not? That's a question that you will have to answer for yourselves. And then, folks, at rank 11, we give you your own car. It's not branded. It's not given to you and taken away. It's not financed through us or rented from us. It's yours. It's your car. Again, go to YouTube. Watch rank 11s taking delivery of their cars. How does your life change when you have your own transport? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. All of this is built into our training program, our XP Rewards program. We also run what we call monthly wealth quests. Monthly wealth quests are bite-sized training chunks that you get to do each month to build your channel the right way. Every month it's got certain criteria, and if you complete the criteria, you are rewarded with tools. Everybody who completes the criteria gets the tool. Some months it's iPhones, tablets, smartphones, data, Wi-Fi routers, cash, all the things that you need to be building your channels with. We have as tools in this business. This month it happens to be an iPhone, but it happens to be more too. We are looking for explosive growth over the next 59 days. I was talking to a couple of our bigwigs around the country today. 59 days, man, that is nothing. That is nothing. It's 5 minutes. So in the next 5 minutes, what we want to do is go crazy at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, this month's Wealth Quest has got it all in it for you. What do you got to do in order to qualify for a cell phone and bonus XP in our training program this month? You've got to put 7 people on your first point. Can you introduce 7 people in an entire month to your first point? Yeah? Seriously, that's like 2 a week. Huh? That's like 2 a week. That's hardcore, man. Hardcore. 7 people on your first point. I'm glad you all like this. Book my ticket. None of you do it. 20 per this corner here will do it. The rest of you all go home and do nothing. 7 people. 7 people on your first point. Get 2 of them qualified. Just 2 of them qualified. Go and look up how to get people qualified. It's on a YouTube channel. 7 people, 2 qualified. You've got yourself a brand new cell phone. Not a Hong Kong William Nichols special. Look at it. It's a real Apple iPhone. We just handed out an iPad to a lady last week who qualified for the previous month's one. An iPad. She couldn't believe it. It was actually an iPad. I don't know what she had been expecting, but she was really shocked to discover in its plastic sealed in an actual Apple box. That's what we do here. You guys know how much iPhones cost? 11, 12, 15,000 rand, depending on the one you want. How worth it is it for you to get a couple of no's from your mom and dad and cousins who laugh you off, to find 7 people who say yes, to get them qualified, and to walk away with your own iPhone? Now, if you've been around with us for a while, you will have had a couple of wealth engineers on your first point in your channel who would have come and gone. And if you want an extra 3,000 rand this month, we want you to go and find 3 of them. We want you to sit down with those 3. And we want you to reiterate the vision of DuePoint to them again. We want you to give them the value. What is the value proposition of DuePoint? That for no cost per month, you're able to create a lifetime asset of recurring income. Go and do that with them again. Get them to catch the vision again. If you can get 3 previous wealth engineers on your first point to reinstate and pay by the end of this month, there's an extra 3 grand on top of it for you. I mean, my goodness. My goodness, it's horrible here. It's horrible. I told you, you're going to catch the vision before the end of this presentation. All right, that's what. Every month it's different. You've got until the end of October strictly. If you're not done by the end of October, you're going to have to go for November's Wealth Quest. And there'll be one then, and there'll be one in December, and one in January. Every month we run a Wealth Quest out of our business. Folks, people ask me, where do we get the money for all of this? It's a common question I get. The maths doesn't make sense, etc., etc. Well, folks, can I bring you some comfort to you? We all come out of the traditional financial services space. That's insurance and banking. In that space, we spend hundreds of millions a month advertising to you. Billboards, TV adverts, radios, bathroom campaigns, SMS, SEO on the internet. We spend hundreds of millions. Nobody ever asked the question where that money comes from. How do we fund it? Well, we reverse engineer the cost of that into your product payment. And it's exactly the same here at DuePoint. Everything at DuePoint comes down to product payment. The only difference is now, instead of me spending all that money on SABC, DSTV, and all of that, we don't do any advertising. We use you to connect us to individuals. And so that money is now available to you. The hundreds of millions, over $1 billion spent last year in the industry alone, is now available to you and your channels through this process. Okay, that's basically how the maths works. We then come along as DuePoint, not you, we, and we facilitate the purchase of our 3 products into these channels that you create for us. Now, you can listen up this evening. Obviously, this is pertinent to you, but it is not pertinent to the task that you will be doing. So 2 things you're not going to do. You're not going to run out and advertise our products anywhere. Anyway. And the second thing is you're not going to run out and tell all your friends about our products, because that's not what you do as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you simply connect them to us. But I come along, DuePoint, and I tell you all about our products. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 299 Rand a month, and for that you actually get 2 independent products. The first one is a tax-free investment account. Tax-free investment account. This is not a savings account. This is not a bank. You don't get interest on it. You now become something that we think is better, a shareholder in the South African Stock Exchange. Your money is taken, 100 Rand of the 299 is taken every month and invested in shares. But it's a no notice, no restriction period investment account, which means that the money is immediately available to you. You can draw it out at any time. You can increase it at any time. You can decrease it at any time. There is no restriction, no costs, and no waiting periods on any of our products. The second product that you get as part of the Access Wealth Plan is our personal accident cover, 110,000 Rands worth. So if you guys die from an accident over Christmas, and you know it's going to happen, taxi trips and airplane crashes and volcanoes in Vanuatu and Bali, like the whole place is falling apart, somebody's going to die. Your beneficiaries get what you have invested and 110,000 Rand. Proper products, 299 Rand a month. Second product that we have is our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product is 274 Rand a month, and for the 274 you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no deferred benefit period, no medical examinations or declarations, no maximum age limits. You can have the product until your last breath with us. Folks, one of the important things you need to note is that this is not funeral cover, it's not life cover, it's accident-only cover. You need to die from an accident. You die from natural causes or an illness, you're not covered. Now, why do we do that? People are always horrified by this. Well, there's 2 reasons why we do it. Firstly, what is our primary objective at DuePoint? The tool in your hand to what? Create income. Now, if we add illness benefits to our products, what happens? All the people that have STDs, AIDS, cancer, diabetes, they can't become wealth engineers at DuePoint. Waiting periods, exclusion of pre-existing conditions, etc., etc., etc. Your whole objective of DuePoint of creating income is destroyed. That's the first reason why we don't do it. The second reason is because between the age of 2 and 65, you're going to die from an accident. If you're older than 65, I'm sorry, you're probably going to die from illness. If you're younger than 2, you're going to die from illness. 2 to 65, someone's going to run you down, you're going to get shot, you're going to die in an airplane accident or a volcano. That's what's going to happen. So we know that our products are high-value products, but we also know they work to our objectives here at DuePoint. And then the third product that we have is our non-financial services, non-insurance products, our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. Now, we as a 6.5-decade-old insurance company go out to suppliers on a constant basis. And we negotiate discounts and rates and packages and vouchers and everything with these suppliers that would be very difficult for you to get. We've got everything in there: groceries, entertainment, travel, gyms, gifts, cooking, you name it. We've got it in there. Suppliers that will give you rates you couldn't get as an individual. As a member of our Buyers Club, you get access to all of these discounts. We've even got Eagle Ford in there, buying cars, and you get top-notch service. When you say that you're a wealth engineer, part of our Wealth Points program, you get 5-star service. You can go and ask. There's testimony all over this building of people using our product and being blown away by it. So we love this product, 274 Rand a month for it. And so, folks, you've survived it. You made it through the presentation. It's decision-making time. We've locked the doors. You have to make a decision. Then we open the doors again. Tonight, the decision is not really about DuePoint. We've done enough work for you to be comfortable with that. We know that. And we're completely out there. You can go on the internet and see everything about DuePoint and every aspect of it. Folks, it's a decision about whether you're going to change the way you think about earning money. That's the decision. And you have to make that decision every day going forward. Like I said, it's like you're joining the gym. You have to commit to it every day. But the outcome is life-changing with us. And if you want that, well, it's very easy. To become a wealth engineer, simply go to our website, DuePoint.net. That's where we exist. DuePoint.net. Fill out the application form, and you're a wealth engineer. No cost, no money having left your pockets. A W number will be sent to your phone, and that's yours. That's your asset. That's your channel. You will decide whether it's worthless or magnificent. You're going to decide that. But that'll be sent to you as you complete your application form. We got all the tools for you. You want to get out there and get flying? We got the tools. Go get the USB sticks with the presentations on it. Get backup batteries for your phones. Every night I've got somebody coming, oh, can you please, do you have a charger for my... No, I have a pack that you can plug in. It'll charge your phone, your iPad, and you can keep going with it. Folks, we've got business cards that you can get. Very powerful tool. 500 in a pack that you can order from us and have made for you. We've got all the pieces for you. Order them here or order them at info@dewpoint.net, guys. All right, we're down in East London on the 7th of October. We're opening up tickets every day. Go and make sure you book. 7th of October is going to be exciting at the ICC. First time down in East London. We've got a big group down there, and we want you guys to join us. If you want to be growing your channel across the country, well, here's an opportunity for you to join us down there with people, and we'll be doing live presentations down there. Intro at 12:30, training at 2:30 on the day. Make sure you book for both, guys. It's free, but make sure you book for both, not just the first one. Don't think you'll get in the second one if you just booked the first one. Make sure you book for both, and we'll see you down there on that day. Now, folks, this is a good week as well to have come. On Thursday night this week, we're running what's called our Third Degree Thursday. Okay, we only run this once every 3 months, so you only get this opportunity once every 3 months. You pick the week to make it in. That's right here in this building, 6:30 on Thursday. We're going to be doing Third Degree. What is Third Degree? That's where you get to ask us any questions you have. Questions you might have from your experience as being a wealth engineer, guys, around the country. If you've got questions about your experience, what's happening, difficulties, all sorts of things, this is your opportunity. I will be answering all those questions live. It'll be recorded. You'll have it forever on YouTube, the answers that you need. All you need to do is send your questions to questions@dewpoint.net. That's all. Questions@dewpoint.net. Write them down, send them in. We will codify them. We will answer them on Thursday night. You'll even be able to answer questions on Thursday night, and we'll try and get to them as well. So book it in, guys. Go to events on our website. Book it in. Make sure you're here. It's going to be a dogfight in here, so make sure you've booked your ticket and you get here on time. 6:30 is not the time to arrive. The time to arrive is before 6 o'clock if you want to get your seat. First come, first serve on Thursday night. So that's pretty exciting. Come along. Now, guys, as wealth engineers, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay? It's free to subscribe. We want you to be there because then you know when we go live every day and you know when we upload videos. Very important. DuePoint channel. Then we want you to download, our free app. Our app has just recently been updated to version 2.0. We're still getting rid of a couple of bugs. Those of you experiencing bugs, please let us know what they are and please bear with us. It's only been 3 days. Give us a chance as we work through all the bugs. By the end of the week, the app will be working beautifully. But if you have any difficulty with your app, remember our website. Just simply go to dewpoint.net. Everything is there as well. But let's get these apps working perfectly for you by the weekend. Guys, I also want to encourage you to remember to keep updating your app because we're rolling out bug fixes every day at the moment. Go to the Play Store, click, search for DuePoint, click update, make sure you've got the latest app on your phone. Now, why do we want this? Because the app plugs you into your channel in real time. 324 hours a day, you can be seeing what is happening in your channel with our app. Your training is there, your personal details and documentation is there. Everything you need is in our app. So download it, use our free Wi-Fi, get it on your phone before you leave tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with our new app, remember what we want you to do? We want you to take a profile pic of yourself. Remember, not one of these with the cleavage and the hair, and then not one with the pets and the kids in the garden. No, we want it to look like that, okay? Head and shoulders. That's it, just neck really and head. Want a profile pic. If you upload a profile pic into your app, remember you just click your name at the top. Remember that? Click where the picture needs to go. The camera comes up. Take the picture. You get 1,000 XP in our training program for uploading your profile pic. Sounds like it's worth it. Let's do it. Download the new app. Get your pic uploaded into your app right now. Folks, everybody gets really excited about being a wealth engineer, and we've learned that over time that we've got a little kind of damper things a little bit and head you in the right direction when you scatter out these doors. There's 5 things I want you to remember. Now, we've got a code of conduct. We want you to read it. It's your contract with us. Go read it. You'll understand what you can and can't do. But if you don't remember anything, there's 5 things I want you to remember that you can't do as a wealth engineer. You know what to do. You know all the things you can do. What I want you to remember is what you can't do. 5 things. The first thing, don't ever become a wealth engineer if you can't afford to do it. Okay? This is not going to help your financial position if you do. There's lots of costs involved in building a channel. Data, remember I spoke about the data. You're now in the world of YouTube. DuePoint exists online. There's no paper applications, there's no brochures, no gazebos, no nothing. Okay? We're online. There are costs involved. If you can't afford it, don't become a wealth engineer. Secondly, don't become a wealth engineer if you're not connected to the internet and you don't know how to use a computer. This is 2017. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not connected to the internet and you cannot use a computer, you are not for DuePoint. You can't do this business without those things. And then thirdly, folks, do not become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. You are connecting people in this business. If you can't move around, it's going to kill your ability to build your channel with us. So if you're not those three things or one of those three things, please do not become a wealth engineer. However, if you do become a wealth engineer, I don't want you to ever fill out the application form on behalf of someone else. At DuePoint, everyone fills their own application form out. Why? Because it is fraudulent to do it for someone else. It is illegal. You will end up in prison. Filling out any form on behalf of someone else will put you in prison. You are signing in our application form terms and conditions, agreement to run debit orders, the acceptance of our contract with you. You can't do that on behalf of someone else. So people get excited. I'm going to call my granny. She lives on one of the hills in the KZN Midlands, has no idea how to use a computer, but I'll call her on her landline and I'll fill the form in for her. She's firstly never going to do anything for you in your channel, and it is illegal what you have just done. Okay? Find the right people to put in your channel and let them fill out their own forms every single time. Thirdly, folks, don't ever add direct family members to your channel. We don't allow stacking. It's an anti-fraud measure for us. Make sure everybody has their own channel if they are family members. And then fourthly, folks, do not ever run out to Facebook and start your own DuePoint Facebook page. You'd think I'd never have to say this, but I have to say it every night because every morning we find a list of people who've gone out and started DuePoint Limpopo, DuePoint Free State, DuePoint Help Desk. I got the latest one. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like something like DuePoint Wealth Engineers. Guys, you are not DuePoint. You're in breach of your code of conduct with us. You're breaking more laws than you know when you do that, and we will come down on you like a house of bricks. Folks, do not start that. You engage with people through your personal Facebook pages. You engage with your own. And you don't advertise DuePoint anywhere. No websites. That's the latest thing. Oh, we can't do Facebook. Okay, I'll start my own web page. DuePoint Insurance Company web page. No, that is in breach of the law and of our agreement with you. No web pages, no advertising. This is a business of connecting individual face-to-face, one at a time. And you'll be amazed at how that explodes successfully, and you'll be amazed at how useless Facebook and the internet is in advancing your channel. All right, and then the last thing, do not ever send somebody here to DuePoint without coming with them. We do not look after your guests. They are your responsibilities. You can see all the responsibilities I have. One of them is not looking after your guests. Make sure when you bring a guest, you bring them with. The other thing is do not ever broadcast your W number out into the ether. Select all in WhatsApp, broadcast all, send W number, sign up underneath me. No one's ever going to sign up underneath you. What is going to happen is someone else is going to sign them up, and you're going to come crying to me and say, I did all the work, and I'm going to not even shed a single tear with you. Everybody you connect to DuePoint is your responsibility, one at a time, face to face, and you will change your futures forever with us here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 59 days left. Wealth engineers around the country, 59 days left. We want explosive growth in the next 59 days because on the 17th of December, we'll be paying returns and rewards. What does your Christmas look like this year when you get that SMS that's not a debit order coming off your account, but instead money coming in from DuePoint? How much money do you want to come in for Christmas this year? How much? Only you can decide. Only you. And we have 59 days left. For those of you who are procrastinating, what number would you like to see there? Are you going to start working when it hits 20 or 10 or 2 and then it's too late? 59 days. We want to see explosive growth now out of it. Get out there, start connecting South Africans to DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see how serious we are here. We have put in capital, expertise, and time into what we believe is the most advanced system in the country at the moment. We want you to be part of it. If you've got questions and concerns, ask them. Ask the questions. Talk to the people who brought you. Come and talk to us. Have the questions answered. Do not walk out of here with a stigma or an opinion that's incorrect. It could cost you a tool that could change your life. That's what we want to be doing. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.